Si usted no habla inglés, debe estudiar al servir como misionero, ya que será para usted una bendición en su misión y en el resto de su vida. El aprendizaje del inglés le permitirá ayudar a edificar el reino del Señor de formas adicionales y será una bendición para usted y para su familia. Memorice el vocabulario y use tarjetas de memorización durante todo el día para recordar lo que memorizó con su compañero.
Unit 2, EnglishConnect 2, Lesson 7, second hyperlink, because we've already done the other one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Needs, will you help me? Asking for help. Listen. Okay, go ahead and touch it.
Hey, can you pick Sarah up after school today?
Actually, I can't because I've got a meeting at that time. Sorry.
Okay,
Okay. Could you give her a ride to school tomorrow morning? I need to take John to the doctor.
Unfortunately, that won't work either. I've got to make an important phone call at 8 a.m.
Okay, you can.
Okay,
He's a
I'll
lot
drop
of
her
help.
off tomorrow.
But what about tomorrow afternoon? Maybe I could pick her up then?
Oh, can you?
Yeah.
That would be wonderful. I'll take John to the doctor tomorrow afternoon then.
You know,
All right. Sounds like a plan.
This guy wasn't reaching out at all. That killed me. All right, go ahead. And then just touch it, make sure they're working. Yeah, just play anyone.
I've got to make an important phone call at 8 a.m.
Okay. Well, you don't have a cell phone? Huh? Okay, anyhow, go ahead, click it. Let's see. I'll go ahead and read this right on out. Okay. I'm going to read the first part. You read the second line, okay? Ready? So I'm reading the first line, then you read the second line. Hey, can you pick Sarah up after school today? I'm really, really busy and I need your help a whole lot.
Those words are not in the discussion.
Well, they can see that. I'm helping them to distinguish when it stops and when it ends, all that kind of thing. So when I say, hey, can you pick Sarah up after school today? And if they stop right there, they're not getting the full exposure to what we're doing for them. So I'm going to go ahead and say it again with all the added expression. Hey, can you pick Sarah up after school today? I'm really, really busy and I don't have time to do everything I need to do for her.
Actually, I can't because I've got a meeting at that time. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Well, could you give her a ride to school tomorrow morning? I need to take John to the doctor and can't do everything around here.
Unfortunately, that won't work either. I've got to make an important phone call at 8 a.m.
Okay. I'll drop her off tomorrow myself. I'll take care of John and all of his needs, and you go ahead and take care of your little problems.
But what about tomorrow afternoon? Maybe I could pick her up then.
Oh, can you?
Yeah.
That would be wonderful. I'll take John to the doctor tomorrow afternoon, and if he's okay, then I won't have to do that, and I'll let you know as soon as I can find out.
All right. Sounds like a plan. Listen to the conversation again because some of that conversation wasn't on the screen.
Hey, can you pick Sarah up after school today?
Let's read the words.
Oh, can't, could, pick, drop, can, take, need. Hey, can you pick Sarah up after school today? Actually, I can't because I've got a meeting at that time. Sorry. Okay. Could you give her a ride to school tomorrow morning? I can't. I need to take John to the doctor. I feel sorry for this lady. This guy is not helping her at all. Okay. I'll pick her. I'll drop her off tomorrow. But what about tomorrow afternoon? I could drop her up, pick her up then? That would be wonderful. I'll take John to the doctor tomorrow afternoon then. Okay, so she's having to change all of her plans so this guy can do all this stuff he wants. It's got to be a brother. This cannot be her husband. If that was her husband, he would certainly do it. What is the woman asking the man to do? Well, let's not answer these, okay? I'll read them, don't answer them. Take John to the doctor, pick Sarah up from school, make an important phone call, go to a meeting for her. Who is taking John to the doctor? The woman, the man, Sarah. Okay, and I think we're dead here in the water. Okay, all right, let's end it.
Just finish the questions.
Finish the questions.
Hidden. Tap block is ready. We are on 7.3, the Good Samaritan.
Okay, here we go. The Good Samaritan. I don't want to read it in Spanish. Go ahead. Okay, Luke 10:25 through 37. The Good Samaritan. Here's your 5. Learn the meaning of this vocabulary. Again, all these vocabulary words are in the front of this lesson. 7. Thieves, robbed, Jew, Samaritan, and innkeeper. Okay, go ahead and touch it. Let's make sure they're working.
One day, a Jewish man was walking on the road to Jericho.
Is that good?
Thieves robbed and beat him. They left him on the road, almost dead.
Okay, so here's the Jewish guy. He's on the road. He's getting robbed and beaten, almost dead. They wanted his stuff. They didn't want any recourse from the guy. They wanted to make sure he was gone. You got 2 guys beating up on him. See, there's a club in one guy's hand. The other guy's got another club. Can't see it real well, but I can see it protruding from both sides of his hands. They're in the top left. And down here in the top right, bottom right, the guy's got a club. So they both have clubs. They're beating on him, knocking them around pretty good. Okay, we'll go ahead and go through it. We'll just go flip through them. This is the Samaritan guy who comes up on him and takes care of him. So what Christ is trying to teach in this parable is the significance of kindness, in spite of the distinction between the two. Because Samaritans and Jews were in constant conflict. Okay. One day, a Jewish man was walking on the road to Jericho. I've been there, actually. Thieves robbed and beat him. They left him on the road almost dead. Soon a Jewish priest came by and saw the man. The priest walked by on the other side of the road. He did not help the man. Oh my goodness. Another Jewish man who worked in the temple came by. He saw the injured man. But he did not help the man either. He walked by and it was the Samaritan that was the good guy. So there was no reason for those guys to walk on the other side. I guess in my mind, what I'm trying to say is this is a little bit over the top, okay? I don't think this is a true story. I think it was done for the purpose of defining the character of the Jews at the time on how, I don't even understand why they would do it. But you know what I mean? It's just so much. Because certainly a priest or a temple worker would have stopped to help the injured Jew.
I know it's hard to believe, but that's why the Lord gave the parable.
Okay, well, then a Samaritan man came by. The Jews and the Samaritans did not like each other. He felt sorry for him. He took care of the man's wounds and put clothes on him. The Samaritan took the man to an inn. He cared for him until the next day. Before the Samaritan left, he gave money to the innkeeper. He told him to take care of the man. Jesus told this story. He wants us to be like the Samaritan. Well, I see a whole lot more there in not being like the Jewish priest and temple worker. And I mean, it's just absurd how they could leave somebody like that who needs help. Least and brethren. There must have been something about the situation. Well, I don't think it was real. I think it was done for effect. Okay. So he was trying to show, listen, even if you don't like the Samaritan acted appropriately. And we need to be willing to reach across the borders of prejudice and bias. Okay? Least and brethren. Oh, man. Matthew 25:40. Inasmuch as ye have done it unto one of the least of these, my brethren, ye have done it unto me. Now, how do you read that? Inasmuch as ye have done it unto one of the least of these, my brethren. Now, the least of these, my brethren, is he talking to my brethren? Least of these, my brethren, ye have done it unto me. Now, I don't see a comma there. So that's how a comma would make distinct. I'd like to research that a little bit, because if he's talking about all of his brethren, the fellow Jews, ye have done it unto me, Matthew 25:40. But it can also be read, well, anyhow, we don't need that now. Go ahead. Who is my neighbor? Who needs my help? How can I help them? Make a list of people you can help. Write one thing you can do to help each person. There's a lot we can do. I'm always trying to do help. It presents itself. The problem is when I have a friend, he has a neighbor. The neighbor moves in. The neighbor's property is not big enough for him to have what he wants. He wants my friend, to build onto his house, to build it so that it takes full advantage of the property. The inspectors come and they say, the building is too big. You're too close to the guy who's building my friend's house. And so my friend had to go down to the city and deed to him a portion of his property so that it would be within code. Well, this guy thought, wow, this friend of mine, he's such a great guy for helping me. I'm going to ask him to do this. He did, and my friend did it again. And then he asked him to do this, and my friend did it again. We'll call my friend Dan. And Dan kept helping this neighbor of his. And in time, the guy kept calling and kept calling and kept calling. And he's just asking for things to help him. And there are those who will take advantage of people. He's one of them. So there you go. Talk about what you're going to help. Well, okay. Retell a story of the Good Samaritan and 3 people. This is a great story. How can you do it? It's just good practice speaking. Make a list of people who you can help.
My wife.
Jeez.
My 8 children.
I forgot to turn on my lights. Let's see what this does.
My 30 grandchildren.
Oh, yeah.
That's a lot of people right there.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, we're done. EnglishConnect pronunciation. Okay, here we go. We have studied this before, and I have a problem with this because this has to do with
Intonation.
And they say, I've seen explanations on this, on how to make a sale. And you can say, some people say, you need a ride? Well, let me use it in a different context. What they'll say is they're trying to make a sale. This is one of the best things you can buy. Or this is absolutely the best thing you'll buy. Which do you think is more persuasive? Which? This is the best thing you can buy. Or these are the best items of this available. We make the best.
I think going up.
It's not true. It's going down. It's a certainty. This is the end is here.
Well, I think that what you're saying jives, agrees with what they're saying here, because yes and no questions, the intonation at the end of the question, your voice should go up. But
you need a ride?
if it's
Can I borrow a pencil?
If it's a question that is not a yes or no question, then your intonation goes down.
There you go. Now, where do you need to go? Where do you need to go? When is your meeting? Okay. So that's how you do it. Go ahead and let's play these three and let them take it from there.
Do you need a ride? Can I borrow a pencil? Will you clean this room?
Hey, he is forcing that. Where do you need to go? Go ahead.
Where do you need to go?
When is your meeting?
When is your meeting?
Why are you late?
Why are you late?
It doesn't sound like he's really making that big a difference there. It's just, but the other intonation where it goes up in the question of yes and no, it really does. It sounds like it. Choose the correct question. Choose a question. Make sure your voice go up. Okay, it's gonna be the question one there. Okay, go ahead and do that one. Okay, you're good. Pop it out next. Where is the car? Can I borrow your car? Where's the car? Okay.
It's this one.
You call Sandra? No,
We
that's
want our
wrong.
voice to go down.
Oh.
Voice go
Oh,
down.
yeah. Okay. But we're doing the answers for them, honey.
I know, we don't like doing that.
So why are you doing them?
Well, because we can't advance if we don't, can we?
No, I don't think you can.
No,
Go
we
ahead. Go ahead. Just do the answer. Let's see what happens. Choose questions. What makes your voice go up? Yep. Okay, so that's what's going to happen here. All of these are going to be
Do you like
just
your
questions.
job?
You like your job?
Will you marry me? Is that your car?
You having a bad day? Where is my phone? Oh, what? Where? Okay. Where's my phone? What's your friend's name? How do you feel? When do you work? Look at the picture, use the words given from form question, send the question aloud. Okay, look at the picture, use the words given to form a question. Say the question aloud. Then listen and repeat. Pay attention to your intonation. Will you fix my bike? There's a picture, same question, say the question aloud, then listen and repeat, pay attention to your intonation. Your room, clean your room. Could you clean your room with this?
Could you clean this room?
Oh, could you clean this room? Oh, it's going up, sure enough. Listen, same thing, listen to your intonation. Would you give me a ride? Can you call the dentist? Yeah, I see how they're saying it. No. Could you send an email? Sure enough, that is that way.